Hello there, and welcome to somewhat of an off-usual programming video. I don't usually do videos like this for Apex specifically, but I think this one is worth talking about because the Final Fantasy Rebirth event has just come out, and this is the first event in the longest time that I was actually very excited for. I'm big into Final Fantasy in general. I haven't played any on the channel. Maybe I can do that in the future. But yeah, this was an event I was very interested in. Now, something that I've always been a little bit 50-50 on with Apex is the monetization side of things. I'm kind of lenient with Apex a lot of the time because I think it's a free-to-play game. They do a lot of stuff for free, and I think the game itself is worth a lot more than free. So quite often these events come out and I don't often have enough money to actually partake in them, but like I can appreciate why they do them. And if I do ever have some spare money, I'll at the very least buy the battle pass and things like that. Um, Heirloom collection events I have never really taken part in properly. I've started trying to get a hold of an heirloom for one of them, but I just didn't have enough money to complete it. I was just like, nah, there's no point kind of thing. So this is the first one in a while that I was like, you know what? I'm going to spend some money and I'm going to go maybe and try and get the Buster Sword because this is two IPs that I love crossing over. To my I don't want to use the word horror, but because that's a bit over dramatic, but I'm going to use it anyways. To my horror, the monetization in this event is even worse than an heirloom event. I cannot afford regular heirloom events, and this is even more expensive. Yeah, okay, so the pricing. So it starts out when you don't own any, so you get a free one by logging in. That's all well and good, that's great. Then it costs you 100 Apex coins. Um, how much does that equal? How do we do this? Apex packs. Okay, so a regular Apex pack costs 100 coins. Coins, you can see the pricing here. So, I mean, it would be 8.99 for 10. So 8.99 for 10 Apex packs. It's gone up from 100 to 500 after me buying one. Um, and it doesn't stop there. It doesn't stop there. It then, once you've got a certain number of items, goes up to 700. And then you will be paying the price of 10 Apex packs to get a single pack. Now, it's worth mentioning you are only guaranteed the Buster Sword at 30 packs. So, you have to buy, what is it? So 16 to 35, and you need to get to 30. So you need to buy 14 Apex packs at 1,000 Apex coins each. Like, I can't even understand how they thought that that's in any way affordable for like any average person. I've said at the beginning, I'm not usually one to talk too heavily about monetization, especially in free-to-play games. I think free-to-play games sort of sit in an odd space where monetization is not the end of the world. But, like, do your monetization in moderation. Like, it's insane. Like, if you were to say to me that it started at 100 and at the halfway point it went up to 500, that would be a little bit closer to acceptable in my book. I still probably wouldn't complete it because it's still way too much money. But like, I could at very least be like, you know what? Like, fair enough. Like, they've got to make their money somehow. I'm not one of the people that's going to be spending on it because I won't be able to afford it. But fair enough. There will be people that do. This, like, there is no way I am spending any more money on this event. And I mean, I've not spent any money, to be fair. You know, there's the slight saving grace that you can get stuff with crafting materials, and that price doesn't change. I feel as though maybe they could have done a ramp up system on the crafting materials price as well. Maybe start it lower than this and then build it up to 1,650. That would have maybe made me a little bit more enticed to spend my crafting materials. So, like, yeah, basically, just on the off chance that anyone from EA or Respawn is watching this, don't ever do this again. This is awful. This is awful pricing. I don't understand how you're. I mean, you're obviously going to make money off of it 'cause there are people that will whale, but like, man, I think in the past, there was a Respawn dev. I can't remember who it was, but there was a Respawn dev that actually said talk with your wallets kind of thing. And I think never before has this been something that needs to be said. Don't buy this. Like, there's content creators out there that have done the maths and they've been like, oh, this is terrible. And then they've gone out and spent the money anyways. What are you accomplishing? Duh. I get if you're a Final Fantasy fan, you might really want it, but please don't endorse this. This is bad. Like, if this was like half the price, it would still be bad. But like, I would at very least not be making this video. Yeah, this event, in terms of like the money side of it, is just ruined. It's not fun. I'm not going to be spending, like I say, originally I kind of had planned to, but like this is not an acceptable price for things to be. Like, I'm poorer than I've ever been before in the current climate, and there's no way in hell I can afford to pay more than what they were already demanding beforehand. I'm hoping that everyone that is going to buy has already bought and they're done now and no one else will buy it. Obviously, it's your money, do what you want, but like, I wouldn't recommend it. And I'm a huge Apex fan. I play Apex all the time. And I am a strong believer in supporting games that you like, especially free to play ones. Warframe, as I've said, is a game that I will always support. Whenever I am playing it, if I am playing it for like a month, I will always put some money back into it. I will always be like, you know what, I've enjoyed playing for this month. I'm going to buy something from the store. I've never really been able to do that with Apex because the pricing is always a little bit ridiculous outside of the Battle Pass. And this is just way too far. And I'm hoping that what this was a test, and I'm hoping that the test confirms that people aren't going to be willing to pay this. I hope no one buys this. I really hope no one buys this. On the flip side, I hope that as many people as possible got lucky and got the Buster Sword out of their free pack. It's worth mentioning, actually, you do get 2 more free packs, apparently, if you complete your daily challenges. Apparently, there will be 2 event packs showing up in this store at some point. They're not there at the moment, but this store is free. You just like play games and complete challenges, and you can unlock all of this stuff for free. The store's on a weekly rotation, I think. Yep, a weekly rotation. This I condone. This is great. This is brilliant. They do like stuff like this is good. This encourages people to log into the game. It gives people a reward for playing the game. This, no, bad, bad Respawn, bad EA. You know what? Let's talk a little bit about the event itself, like the actual gameplay side of the event. Yeah, so this is good. This stuff, like, this is the kind of thing where like I'm actually like I would be happy to give the company some money for putting this stuff in the game because this stuff is cool. Like, you get to wield the Buster Sword. The Buster Sword is like quite strong. I wouldn't say it's OP, but it's pretty strong. I mean, I guess in the right hands, it's probably quite OP. But I've not really come across any players that have like bodied me with the sword yet, outside of this one dude who had no audio for some reason, and he just like managed to get right in my face without me even knowing he was there and just destroyed me. But yeah, it's a cool. The Buster Sword is a cool mechanic. I really like how it fits into the event. I wouldn't like it to be a permanent thing, but like I think it's really cool as an event item. Changes up the gameplay. I think it's cool. The materia as well. Get like summoned Nessies. You can get like lightning reloads, random critical strikes, HP recovery. I think is the blue one, and the gold one is being able to see your enemy's health. I think when you shoot them. Yeah, all really cool additions. Makes the event feel really unique. Something I would have liked to have seen was maybe a Final Fantasy music pack or something to unlock. That would have been pretty cool. Would have been a nice thing. It would have been nice to have some direct purchase stuff like that. Actually, that is honestly a pretty good solution, I think. Like, put a reasonable price on some of this stuff and make it just purchasable. Like, I don't want to engage in all of this gambling crap. But yeah, the event itself, really, really cool. The monetization side of the event, awful. Literally awful. Yeah, they need to rethink, and I hope that they do for future events. I also hope that they bring this Final Fantasy event back at a more reasonable price at some point so that I can actually take part in it. I mean, I don't like all of the costumes, but some of them are pretty cool. The Buster Sword itself is obviously awesome looking. I quite like the crypto skin. The crypto skin's cool. I think that'll about do it, to be honest with you. I think I'm done with this. Maybe I should have scripted this video. I didn't. I just sort of did it off the cuff, as you can no doubt tell. But